I'm Howie Scarborough. I'm the CEO of Fall Protection Distributors, and we've recently released a blog on the website. It's focused on Central Texas metal roofing supply. They put out about 10 different standing seam panels, and what we're doing this research on is the best, most compatible fall protection equipment that you can use on their roofing system. Some of them are not compatible. Some of them are very compatible. So if you jump into that blog, we do some company background, and then we dive into the different panels. We do quite a bit of research. It's easy to identify what panel you have based on the dimensions and the shape of the panel. So throughout the article, there's these links, roof anchor compatibility chart. It'll take you to the chart at the bottom of the article. This is our quick reference. So it's got all the panels across the top, and then it has all of the product down the left column. So we'll jump right in. The first product we're talking about is the SSRA1 Seam Anchor. So these anchors, they use 12 non-penetrating set screws and they lock onto the seam. So we have two different anchors, the SSRA1 and the SSRA1 nylon. The SSRA1, it's the same anchor. The only difference is the type of set screw that we use. So the SSRA1 is intended for 22 gauge steel. That's going to supply a single worker with a tie-off point. You're going to torque those set screws to 90 inch-pounds. And then on 24 gauge steel, you want to use the SSRA1 nylon tip version. As I said, the only difference is going to be different set screws. The set screws are going to have a small nylon bushing in the end of the set screw. So it's a softer bite on the panel, but we use more torque. We go to 180 to 200 inch-pounds. So anytime we're talking about either of these two SSRA1 anchors, we're referring to 22 and 24 gauge steel panels only and flat, straight, non-curved standing seam, not curved roofs. Curved roofs require additional expertise in fall protection. So a safety expert should inspect a curved roof before determining what fall protection to be used. So don't assume that any of this equipment can be used on a curved roof. Now, once you have your anchors in place, you can add adapter plates. So the first adapter is the SSRA2 roof jack adapter. It does just what its name says. It mounts on top of the SSRA1. The D-ring on top of the SSRA1 seam anchor is removable. So you mount a roof jack adapter on top of that. So the roof jack adapter is adjustable to different pitch roofs and different seam heights. It has adjustable height feet that are padded on the bottom. So once you get it mounted on the seam, you lower those side feet down to the flat part of the panel and it stabilizes that seam. So when you're walking on that walkboard, it makes it as stable as possible. If you're on a roof that requires maximum worker mobility, you can mount two anchors on parallel seams, and then you can mount an SSRA3 Anchor Plate on top of those two anchors, and that's going to work on seams between 12 and 24 inches wide. That would be an end anchor point for a horizontal lifeline. So if you have two anchors and an anchor plate at each end of the rope, you can put up to a 100-foot temporary horizontal lifeline on a standing seam roof with no penetrations. So we have those kits available on the website. We also have a permanent horizontal lifeline kit available from Super Anchor. It's our Super Anchor 120-foot kit. It's an industry exclusive. So this is designed explicitly for standing seam roofs. It has clamps, it has anchor plates, it has a 5-inch riser post, and we use galvanized steel cables. So that's a 120-foot permanent horizontal lifeline system. Now, a very simple alternative product. So let's say you have a roof that is not 22 or 24 gauge steel. It's aluminum or zinc or 26 or 29 gauge steel, which are very common. As long as it's 612 to 1212, you can use the Ridge Pro. Ridge Pro is very simple. It's like a ladder hook, but it goes on the end of a pole. So you mount on the end of a 16-foot pole, you climb a ladder, you use the pole to run it up the roof, it flips over the peak, and it brings up a vertical lifeline with it that's already attached to your lanyard. So once you step off the ladder, you're already 100% tied off. You already have a temporary anchor point to the roof. You can do your repair, do your inspection, get back to the ladder. You can release that hook remotely with the pole, get it safely to the ground. You stayed 100% tied off the whole time. So this is good for metal roofs, shingle roofs. There's a lot of different uses for the Ridge Pro. It's very popular with the roof inspectors and repair guys, Christmas light installers, that group. So if you have any questions about any of these products or any of these panels, just reach out. Our phone number is right here at the top of the website. Email us at support@fallpd.com, or if you'll hit this little blue circle in the bottom right corner, that's our live chat. Just let us know how we can help you.